With the Final Four just wrapping up and the national championship games finishing, I wanted to talk about some of the huge moves that just took place in Euroleague, and I'm going to give you the top 5 trades that I think are going to make an impact for next season. The first one is Nick Calathes, who is headed to Monaco. Now, the thing that's so significant about this trade is he is going to be teaming up with his old teammate from a few years ago, Mike James, who is now the leading scorer in Euroleague history. So because of the chemistry that they've already built over the years, I would anticipate them to pick up right where they left off and be one of the most dynamic backcourts in the league. This is set up to be a match made in heaven because the thing that Calathes does consistently is he is a great defender. While he's not one of the fastest guys on the court, his IQ allows him to make plays consistently throughout the game. But his best asset is his court vision and ability to pass the basketball. He is going to make the game so easy for everybody around him, which is exactly what Mike James needs to free him up to be able to do what he does best, and that's score. When Nick Calathes gets in these ball screens, he sees tagged defenders, knows where his teammates are cutting, and he's going to just make things so simple for them. The next big move was Kevin Punter joining Barcelona. The reason why this was such a good pickup for Barca is because Punter is an elite scorer. He has the ability to score from all 3 levels, and he does it extremely efficiently. This year for Partizan, he scored 15 points a game and almost did it at a 50, 40, 90 clip, which is extremely difficult to do. He's going to add a dynamic ability to score, and I think once he develops some chemistry with Jabari Parker, they are going to be a really difficult tandem to stop. The best part of Punter's game is he recognizes mismatches, especially off of pick and rolls, and he takes advantage of bigger, slower defenders because he can get down to the rim past them, or he can shoot pull-up jumpers when they're sagged off. This is what makes him such a dynamic scorer, where once he sees that mismatch, he's on attack mode. The next big trade was the movement of Vincent Poe going to Efes. And the reason why I think this is going to be a really good combination is because Shane Larkin is primarily a pick and roll scorer, and Poe is arguably one of the best rim runners out of a pick and roll in all of Euroleague. Real Madrid had a ton of success having him slip out of pick and rolls as often as they could, and if this is going to be Shane Larkin getting downhill next year, I could see this combination being a deadly force. Not to mention, Poe is a phenomenal rim protector on the defensive end. Efes also just signed a 2-year deal with Roland Smits, and it'll be interesting to see how their chemistry works because Smits is very much a catch and shoot 3 forward, so I could see them having some good chemistry as well. The fourth trade is of Josh Nebo, who is leaving Tel Aviv and heading to Milan. There's no doubt the Maccabi is going to have a hard time replacing this high-flying, explosive athlete. There was a game this season where Nebo recorded 8 dunks in 1 game. And the thing that makes him so difficult to play against is he is phenomenal in transition. He has a motor like very few centers in the league, and that makes him so hard to stop because if you can get out in transition, he's going to make an impact for your team, and I would assume that Milan is going to do everything they can to play at a pace where Nebo can get out and run in transition and do what he does best. Another thing that Milan is going to get out of this trade is a rim protector. Now, even though Nebo only averaged 1 block per game last season, it's just his presence alone and the ability to alter shots that makes teams struggle to score around the paint, and that's something that he'll provide immediately. And the last trade, but certainly not least, is that Lorenzo Brown is headed to Panathinaikos. The rich just got richer. Right after winning a Final Four championship against Real Madrid, they just picked up another dynamic scorer who gets to come in and immediately start playing with the likes of Nunn, Slukas, and Grant. The thing that makes Brown so difficult to guard is that he plays at his own pace, and it's almost impossible to speed him up. He has a very Dwayne Wade-esque game where he's not always just going to blow by you, but he's going to use angles, allow you to cut him off, and then beat you a different direction, and he always plays with a slow, methodical pace, letting the defense tell him where he's supposed to go. I think as soon as he starts to develop chemistry with these other guards, because he is such a great passer with really good vision, that this team is going to be the team to stop in 24-25. Now, the question that most people are asking right now is what's going to happen with Cody Miller McIntyre. Baskonia got swept by Real Madrid in the Final Four, and ever since then, there's been a lot of questions about where he's going to be next year, and he's probably at the top of the rumor mill right now. He led Euroleague in assists per game this year at 7.3, so his stock is extremely high right now. So I'm curious, where do you think Cody Miller McIntyre is going to end up next year? Post your prediction in the comments section. Thanks for coming through. We'll see you next time in the film room.